Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, now that we have already studied the 7-step process, which is an introduction to accounts, now we'll study what do you mean by accountancy, why accounting is so important. So now what we'll be studying is objectives of accounting. So now when you understand that introduction to accounting had 7-step process, the last step of the accounting process was communicating details to the users, which may be internal or external. Now, why this communication is necessary is the objective of accounting. The specific objective of accounting is to understand who all these details are required for, what all these details are required for. That is something that we need to understand and be very precise about it. So what do you think? Which are the people who will be more interested in knowing details of your company, of your own company? Yeah, so these are the people who will be more interested in knowing the details of your company. The first, the internal users, that is your managers, the management who take care of management policies, and the external users, which may be the lenders, which may be the debtors of your company, which may be the shareholders, investors, any other person, stakeholders, whoever wants to invest in your company, whoever thinks that by associating with your company, they're going to earn profit, they're going to be on the beneficial side of it. These are the person who require these data so that they can make their decision accordingly. So the things that we need to understand first is to understand how this objective of accountancy will benefit the internal and external users. Let's go through that. So the objective of accounting is to provide information to external and internal users, information that will be helpful for them to make their decisions. Internal users will use this information to make any changes in the policy that is required for. Internal users will use this information to make all the necessary changes in the existing policies, or if they want any other new policy to be ascertained, any other new policy to be gone forward and made implemented in the company for the benefits of the company in near future, is something what they will be looking this information for. Supposingly, if you have revenues worth rupees crores, and the purchase items according to the same revenues are going double the digit, that means you're spending more and you have a loss here. Now, what the internal users will be using this information for is to understand why are we making so much of loss, why there is so much of purchase. Is that really necessary? That is something that they will understand. And if there is any unwanted purchase that is being done, or unnecessary purchase that is being done at this point of time, and if that can be cut down, that means they are increasing their profit, they are minimizing their loss. This is the information that they look for. Whereas the external users will be looking the same information to understand how beneficial it will be for them if they invest their money into this company. Will they be getting the returns on time? Will they be getting higher rates of returns as compared to any other company? That is what they'll be looking for. That's when your investor will go ahead and invest the fund that you require. Let's go ahead with the next part of it. Now, when we talk about owners, when we talk about shareholders, there's a difference between them. We have a management which takes care of the company. We have a stakeholder who provides funding for the company. So both these owners and stakeholders will be required to use certain information from the company. One, which will assist one person to make certain decisions, and the other person will take this information to ensure that the investment is made in the right place. Now, who do you think will be the one who will be making changes into the policy and the one who will be investing funds? Yes, you're correct. Owner is the person, or the management is the person who will be looking after the objectives of that specific company. The information that is provided according to the 7-step process will guide them to make better policies, to make better credit policies in such a way that will help them to benefit their shareholders with higher rate of returns. That's when they'll be using their funds to the extent possible in a better way that the investors will be happy in investing in this specific company. The next part of this specific transaction will be raising funds. We have mentioned 2 points here. Information used for sharing details with details. We have mentioned 2 points here. Information used for sharing details for funding and director's point of view. Now, when we talk about information used for sharing details for funding, what do we exactly mean by that? This means all the transactions which were recorded, summarized, classified into certain categories, and then mentioned in the trial balance, profit and loss, and balance sheet. The final balance sheet which has been showed to the users will define where the company stands, whether the assets are more than liabilities or whether there is more profit or there is more loss. Vice versa, if all these details are provided to the users, that's when they'll be able to understand whether they need to fund this company or not. Supposingly, I am a layman person and I want to invest in certain company some of the amount that I've earned. Now, the first thing that I'll be looking for the company is what is the profit track record, whether the company has been making profit or the company has been making loss. What do you understand by that part? Is something whether you need to understand or whether you need to invest money in that specific company or not. So this is the information that will be provided to the users. The companies will go ahead, will share the balance sheet, will share the profit and loss accounts, so that this specific information can help the investors decide whether they need to invest in this company or whether they need to go ahead and ditch the company. Now, from the director's point of view, it is very important that the company shows good results. For them, they need to understand that the profit has to be recorded. The transactions have to be recorded in an efficient manner so that the exact profit is shown and the company has good worth value. Now, this goodwill will define the company's worth in the open market, and that's how the specific investor or the specific lender will go ahead and decide that whether he has to invest or not. Thank you for watching Ekeeda. Keep subscribing.